Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and this one is going to be all about the Soyuz rocket in HBMs mod. So Soyuz is one of the biggest multi-block structures that you are gonna build in this game. I mean, look how big this rocket is right here, and also it is the only rocket with different modes inside it. So not only can this rocket deliver satellites, but it can also transport cargo and also deliver the most powerful weapon in this mod. So we are gonna discuss all about it in the video. So without any further ado, let's get going. Now the first component that you need in order to access the Soyuz is the Soyuz launcher core component. And this launcher core component is crafted in the following way. 2 military grade circuit boards tier 4, 1 power saving upgrade tier 3, steel scaffold, 4 tanks and 1 lithium ion battery, and there you have it. Now once you have crafted this component, place it down and it will give you this giant holographic view of all the blocks that you need to place in order to assemble the launch pad. So the blocks that you need in order to place these are the following. So you are gonna need 437 launchpad scaffold blocks, also 380 launchpad component blocks, and finally 328 concrete blocks. Now once you place them correctly, and the final launchpad should look something like this. So now that we have taken a look at the launchpad, let's also take a look on how to assemble the Soyuz. Now there are 2 skins available, but they are not available in survival, so the only rocket that you are gonna be crafting is this one right here, and it is crafted in an assembly machine using the following components. We have the solid fuel, detonator cord, medium thrusters, small thrusters, steel tanks, military grade circuit tier 4 and tier 3, insulators, some small steel gird, big and small steel shells, and yeah, there we have the Soyuz rocket. So the one interesting thing about this launchpad is that you can actually use the space beneath it. So yeah, it is actually accessible from the bottom section right here. Now in order to access the launchpad itself, you need to right click on it anywhere you want to. And here, as you can see, we can click anywhere and we can access the GUI. So this is the GUI of the Soyuz launch platform. First of all, we have 2 fuel sections for the kerosene and liquid oxygen, and then we have an internal energy buffer. Here goes the rocket, and then we have 2 modes, the satellite mode and the cargo mode. Currently the rocket is in satellite mode, as you can see from this red rectangle, and now it is in cargo mode. But firstly we are gonna check out the satellite mode, and then we are gonna check out the cargo mode. So yeah, let's take a look on how to launch a satellite using the Soyuz rocket. So the first thing that you're gonna need is a satellite linking device, and then take your satellite control interface and assign it a random frequency. Now take your satellite, I'm gonna take a orbital death ray, and make sure that both of these are on the same frequency. Now that I have done that, go to your Soyuz launcher and then place your satellite in the satellite component here, and the rectangle should turn green. Now place your rocket in the first slot, and there. Now we need to fuel this rocket, so we are gonna need 128 buckets of kerosene and also 128 buckets of liquid oxygen. So let me get that real quick. Kerosene and liquid oxygen. There we go. And now once you have the fuel, place them in their respective slots, kerosene in the first and liquid oxygen in the second, and you should see the red light turn green. Now finally we need to place a battery in. Now Shirbidium battery will do just fine as it needs 750 kilo H, but yeah, I'm just gonna place an infinite battery. Now by pressing this red button, a 30-second countdown will begin and the rocket will launch after 30 seconds. So let's witness this. That's one of the coolest rocket launches in all of modded Minecraft in my opinion. So now once the rocket is out of your sight, you should be able to access the satellite that you sent with it. So let's try that. And as I click the satellite control interface, here the satellite is linked perfectly. So let's call it a nuclear strike to test it out. There we go. Oops. I have no idea how that point was right on my base, but yeah. As we can see, the satellite is working perfectly. So yeah, the rocket delivered the satellite in the perfect orbit. So now that we have seen the satellite mode, it's now time to check out the cargo mode. And the cargo mode is used to transport items from one place to other. So in order to use the cargo mode, you are gonna need the orbital module, and it is crafted using solid fuels, small thrusters, steel tanks, military grade circuit boards, insulators, big aluminum shell, steel spheres, and the fiberglass bar. And that will give you an orbital module in an assembly machine. So once you have this orbital module, go up to your rocket and first of all shift the rocket into cargo mode like this. There. Now place this orbital module in the second slot, and you are also gonna need some cargo to transport, which goes in this inventory here. So I'm just gonna transport some bombs and some of my riches like diamonds and gold. So here I have placed my cargo, and the final thing needed is to give it a destination to go to. So just simply take a designator, and this can be your base, this can be your military base, whatever you want to. I'm just gonna give a location near here. There we go. So now that we have the location set, simply place the designator in this section and every rectangle should turn green. Now let's launch the rocket. Now as soon as the rocket is out of your sight, you will see that a capsule along with the parachute is coming down your way on the coordinates that you provided the rocket with. So let me zoom in, and here. So I'm just, now this capsule is gonna take like a minute or two to fall down. So I'm just gonna speed the entire process up by 5 times. So it can come down quickly, and then I can show you guys how the item transportation works, or whether it works or not. So the capsule is about to land, and there. So if you right click, you can access everything, and on top of that you even actually get your rocket back. Now you can once again use the rocket for another launch. How cool is that? So this was the cargo mode for the Soyuz rocket. Now after the cargo mode, I want to show you something which is even cooler. The Gerald construction Android. Soyuz is the only rocket capable of delivering Gerald to the moon, and in order to do that, once you have assembled Gerald in an assembly machine, just link it to a satellite designator. Both of them should be on the same frequency, and you also need an orbital module. Now once you have all these things, just place your orbital module in the second section here and make sure that your rocket is in satellite mode, and then place Gerald. Now that everything is green, press the button, and yeah. Now Gerald is the strongest weapon, or one of the strongest weapons in HBMs mod, with a range of over 1000 blocks, more like 64 chunks in total. So yeah, those are a lot of blocks. Now as soon as Gerald is in space, you will earn an achievement like this. So I want to call Gerald down on someone, and yeah, it's not a very good day for this chicken. I really don't like the way it looks. So what I'm gonna do is trap it down in this little hole here that I'm building, and then I'm gonna call down Gerald, or Tom, the weapon that Gerald is gonna build on top of it. Now, in order to call down Gerald, you need specific coordinates, which are the x and z coordinates. So let me get the x and z coordinates of this chicken right here. They are 308 and a negative 1092. So now that I know the coordinates, simply take the designator that you linked with Gerald and put down the coordinates. So 308 and a negative 1093. And then press the red button. Now you will earn another achievement. And finally, Tom, the weapon that Gerald built, will start descending upon Earth. Yeah, it's not your lucky day. Definitely it's not. So now all you need to do is just sit back and relax. Now this explosion will ignore blast resistance of most of the blocks and will clear everything down to the bedrock level on its epicenter. It has a pretty massive range and yeah, it will place an incredible amount of stress on your CPU and GPU. So think twice before using. Or don't if you don't love your PC. So yeah, this was Gerald, the construction android, and the damage that it causes to the world. After all, a video without a boom is just a little bit incomplete. Wouldn't you guys agree? So now that you guys have seen Gerald, it's time to see, or it's time to play the Soviet Anthem in a distorted way. So there is this interesting thing about the Soyuz rocket. If you actually stand beneath it while it is launching, it's natural that you are gonna get burnt and die. But when you do die, the Soviet Anthem is gonna play in a distorted way. So yeah, it seems like a perfect ending for the video. So I'm just gonna end with this note. I hope you guys did like it. Now enjoy the Soviet Anthem in a distorted way possible. Peace out.